What up, dog? Let's talk about the NFL trades that happened yesterday at the deadline. The Chicago Bears traded Raekwon Smith to the Baltimore Ravens for two draft picks, a 2023 second round draft pick with a 2023 fifth round draft pick. So by Baltimore trading for Raekwon Smith, who is in the last year of his rookie contract, that tell me that Baltimore are going to offer him a long-term contract. If not, you want to make that trade. So I don't know what's going to happen for it going with Lamar Jackson. It looks like they might be trying to play hardball with Lamar Jackson for real. Because Raekwon going to offer every bit a 13 and a half or 15 a year for a season. So I don't know. Lamar Jackson might get franchise tag next year. I know he ain't gonna like it, but that look like that. That looked like that was Baltimore gonna do to him. And the Miami Dolphins traded a first round draft pick, a 2023, for Brad Chubb of the Denver Broncos. That was a good pickup for Miami. He helped boost Miami defense in the pass rush and in the running game because Miami defense been suspect this year. And that was a good pickup for Miami. But that also tell me that Denver throwing the towel in for this year. I don't know what that means for Russell Wilson moving forward, but this year the Denver Broncos said fuck it. They know where they stand. They know they ain't shit this year. So I don't know. But for Miami Dolphins, Miami is a top three team in the AFC. I don't care what nobody say. They a top three team in the AFC. And that trade for Chubb, that was a good trade. I wanted Minnesota to get Bradley Chubb before who they traded for. And speaking on Minnesota, Minnesota traded with the Detroit Lions, a rival team, for their tight end, TJ Hawkinson. And Detroit Lions will receive Minnesota 2023 second round pick and Minnesota 2024 fourth round pick. And Minnesota also received TJ Hawkinson, a fourth round pick, and a 2024 conditional fourth round pick. That was a big trade for Minnesota. Cause if you've been on my podcast, you've been following me, you know I can't stand Irv Smith Jr. I used to hate when Irv Smith Jr. ass was on the motherfucking field. So for Minnesota, that was a good pickup. And TJ, to me, is a decent tight end. Everybody say he a top five, but I don't know. But the Detroit Lions offense ain't shit. And coming here with JJ and Adams and Cook should open the field a little more for TJ. So with Minnesota, what they did was a good pickup for Minnesota. But what Detroit did, I can't respect it. Cause ain't no way in hell I'm trading my top tight end or top five tight end in the NFL for some draft picks like that in the division. In the second round draft pick, it looked like it's gonna be a late second round draft pick. So it really gonna be like a third round draft pick at the end of the day. That Detroit Lions doing Detroit Lions shit. That was dumb as hell. Ain't no way in hell I'm trading him in a division for him to burn me. He only 25, so Minnesota might offer him a long-term contract. I see next year being Kirk Cousins last year in Minnesota. And Minnesota will have to find themselves a quarterback who can play in this year's draft. So they might be able to pay him. I don't know. I don't know how that shit go. I ain't know. I don't do all the salary shit. But that was a good pickup for Minnesota. And the Chicago Bears also traded yesterday a second round draft picks to the Pittsburgh Steelers for Chase Claypool. To me, they gave her too much. But I think Chicago had 2 second round draft picks, so they ain't care. They want a young wide receiver who can build with Justin Field because Justin Field had been looking good, but I wouldn't have gave him no second round draft pick for no Claypool. But hey, it is what it is. So I guess that was good for Chicago. And the Eagles traded for Chicago. Who was that? Robert Quinn. I want to say DN or D tackle Robert Quinn. The Eagles traded for him last week, and Chicago got a 2023 fourth-round draft pick. So Chicago do have a lot of draft picks, and they will have a lot of money for next year. But I don't know about Chicago. And the one that surprised me the most out of all the trades, that Green Bay ain't trade for nobody. Green Bay and them people, dog. You know how people be stuck in their way. Green Bay is stuck in their ways. So Green Bay season is done. And this right here might have messed Green Bay up for next year. Green Bay ain't gonna be in no playoffs. Green Bay will not make the playoffs this year. Green Bay offense and defense is horrible. You got players on the sideline pushing defensive coordinator or assistants, whoever he was. But Green Bay, I was shocked Green Bay can't make no trade. Like how you don't trade for nobody? Then you wasted a draft pick on Jordan Love, and you couldn't even benefit off a rookie contract because his contract about to be up another 2 years. So you trade up for Jordan Love. You gave Aaron Rodgers $50 million the past 2 years for what? That was dumb. You ain't have to give up no draft picks or nothing to get Jordan Love. Ain't nobody want Jordan Love. People know Jordan Love can't damn play. Y'all know he can't play. That's why y'all kept Aaron Rodgers. So that shit was dumb. Green Bay GM, whoever run the show, dropped the ball big time. And Green Bay will not make the playoffs. Green Bay offense is horrible. And I was shocked Green Bay ain't make no trade. I wasn't shocked because I know Green Bay is stuck in their way. They like to build through the draft, but this is a whole new era, a whole new time. Green Bay lost me with this little free agents beyond the trade deadline and the Detroit Lions, dog. My home team lost me. Why would you trade TJ Hawkinson to an interdivision rival who the boy can play, but y'all haven't used him right in the past 3 or 4 years. I don't know how long he was there, but y'all ain't using him right, and y'all trade him within the division. I would have traded at some motherfucking Cleveland, somebody in the AFC or in the NFC, somebody I ain't have to face twice a year to help make y'all better for a fucking third round pick in our reality. So that was dumb on Detroit behalf. And the Jacksonville Jaguar traded for shit, Calvin Ridley, the Atlanta Falcons wide receiver who got suspended this year for gambling on FanDuel on his team. I don't know what the fuck wrong with boy. I think boy going through some shit mentally though. Cause why the hell would you bet $1,500 that your team beat somebody and you making millions? That shit lost me right now. I could see if you bet $1 million and get back 1.5 or 800,000. Nigga, you better some bullshit shit. That nigga's better in the hood. That was dumb as hell. But the Jacksonville Jaguars traded for Calvin Ridley from the Atlanta Falcons, and Atlanta received a 2023 fifth round pick and a 2024 conditional second round pick. So they traded off for nothing though, but I guess I get it. I don't know. But he can't play till next year until he get reinstated. And the Kansas City Chief traded for Cordero Tony, I think that's his name, from the New York Giants. I kind of like that trade. I kind of like Tony, but I don't think New York Giants use him right, honestly though. But that was a good pickup from the Kansas City Chiefs because they need some wide receivers. They wide receivers ain't shit for real. They drop the ball left and right, and that might help him with his career if he come in and make some play for from Patrick Mahomes. So that's good for him. And Giants got a 2023 third round conditional pick along with a 2023 sixth round pick. But the Giants was messing with boy anyway though. They been moved off him, so I guess that's a win-win for both. Cause New York Giants wasn't even fucking with boy. And what other trade we have? And the Buffalo Bills, they traded for Naeem Hines from the Indianapolis Colts. They backup running back. I don't really care for that trade anyway. I think Buffalo O line can't run block. And Indy received a 2023 fifth round pick, and they also received the Buffalo Bill running back Zach Moss. But I don't know. I don't really think Buffalo Bill offensive line can run block that good because they can't run the ball. And that's gonna be their downfall in the playoff. They can't run the ball. That's why I do not have Baltimore rate the Baltimore not Baltimore, I'm tripping. The Buffalo Bills at being my favorite to win a Super Bowl because they cannot run the ball. You traded for a running back when you had a running back, but you can't fucking run block. So no matter who the fuck your running back is, you can't run block. And everybody know that. Buffalo do not run the ball. So I got Minnesota in 2 weeks being Buffalo. You heard it first right here. Dalvin Cook and Madison gonna eat that day. Cause they look like they can't stop the run either, but that's for another episode. And the Miami Dolphins also traded with the San Francisco 49ers for running back Jeff Wilson Jr. for a 2023 fifth round pick. So that was good for Miami. They beefed they running back room up. And I know Dog can play because he played for the 49ers, and 49ers be having dog ass running backs. So that was a good trade for Miami. I ain't gonna lie, that was a good trade. Miami got better at the trade deadline. I don't care what nobody say. Miami got better. They just hope Tua can stay healthy. Cause Miami look good. And Miami also just beat Buffalo not too long ago. And the New York Jets traded for James Robinson from the Jacksonville Jaguars, the running back, and the Jacksonville Jaguars received a 2023 sixth round pick. They were trying to get Dog away because they trying to get EJ a lot of touch because EJ is a dog. He just ran for 156 in London against Denver, and Denver got a damn good, a decent defense, and he went crazy. But to me, Jacksonville need a quarterback That quarterback they got, he ain't it. I don't care what he did in college or high school and little league, but right now in the pros, he ain't it. He threw a crazy interception in the red zone. Well, all he had to do was throw the ball to the ground or run out of bounds. But he forced the ball on the 2 yard line and threw an interception to the Denver Broncos when they lost. So I'm really ain't a fan of him. And the Arizona Cardinals, y'all know what happened last week. They traded for Robbie Anderson, the wide receiver from Carolina Panthers, and the Panthers really gave him away. They traded a 2024 6th round pick and a 2025 7th round pick. So they really gave Anderson away. But I ain't got no faith in Arizona. To me, honestly, I don't blame shit on Kyler Murray for real. Their offense is horrible. They had no identity. The offense coordinator do not run the ball at all. The Arizona Cardinals need a new head coach. The head coach they got is ass. They offense be all over the place. They don't know when to run the ball. They don't know when to throw the ball. Or they might throw too much and run less, but they never really run the football or be dedicated to run the football. That's why I would say Arizona need a new head coach. They just gave Dog a new contract, so he gonna be there at least for 2 more years. But Arizona ain't gonna be shit. The Cleveland Browns traded for Deion Jones from the Atlanta Falcons, linebacker. The Atlanta Falcons received a 2024 6th round pick, and the Cleveland Browns received a 2024 7th round pick. So that was just, I don't want him on my team no more. You can have his ass. But I don't know. I really ain't got no faith in Cleveland. Cleveland ain't shit. But the Pittsburgh Steelers traded with the Washington not the Redskins, the Commanders for William Jackson the third. Why the hell would you trade for anybody, especially a DB? The Pittsburgh Steelers traded for Washington for a DB, and your offense is fucking horrible. But the Steelers, in return for trading for William Jackson III, they received a 2025 7th round pick. Damn, 2025. And the Commander received a 2025 6th round pick. So I don't really know what that shit was about. I'm surprised Pittsburgh even traded for a damn CP. Y'all need offense. The NFL now is the offense league. You need to build that offense. And you already traded a wide receiver, so why the fuck would you trade for another corner? But that's for another day. And the Dallas Cowboys traded for Jonathan Hankins from the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders received a 2023 6th round pick, and the Dallas Cowboys received a 2024 7th round pick. So they basically gave them away. But with Dallas, you need offensive help, bro. Your offense ain't shit. Like, why you trying to boost that defense? You ain't about to win with defense. Dak ain't shit. Your offense ain't shit. That's why I don't have the Cowboys my top 3 team in the NFC. Like, fuck no. And the Denver Broncos traded with the New York Jets for Jacob Martin, a DN, and the Jets received in that trade a 2024 4th round pick, and the Denver Broncos received a 2024 5th round pick. So they really just gave them just another one who just gave somebody away just for some draft picks and do a little trade. But the Atlanta Falcons traded for CB Rashard Fenton from Kansas City, and they received a conditional 2023 seventh round pick. I don't know what the fuck that was about, but I read Kansas City Chiefs like they rookie running backs, and they've been playing. I mean, they rookie cornerbacks. They've been playing good, so they basically gave him away. So that really sums it up for my NFL trade for this year. The winner I would say would be the Miami Dolphins for getting Bradley Chubb, a pass rusher. That was big to go against Josh Allen. They could rush his ass like Von Miller was for the Rams when they won the Super Bowl. And the Minnesota Vikings. You can say what you want to say about TJ Hockenson and the Viking trade, but what y'all don't know and fail to realize is that the Minnesota Vikings tight end position been horrible over 5 years since Kyle Rudolph left. The Minnesota Vikings tight end position been horrible. Irv Smith Jr. get hurt this is his first year playing, and he already hurt, and he about to miss 8 to 10 weeks. But you heard me before talking about Irv Smith Jr. I hate when they throw the ball to him or got him in the game. Irv Smith Jr. is not a playmaker. He need to go to a whole new team so he can start over. But Minnesota did good against TJ Hockenson because TJ will open up our passing game to a whole nother level. It won't happen right away. I'll probably give it to Thanksgiving when we play New England or, the beginning of December to understand, our plays and stuff like that. But that was a big trade for Minnesota. And the boy can play for real, for real. I just hope, honestly, he take a little discount on getting re-signed and playing with a winning team. That's what I would say. But I also will say that I'm surprised that Minnesota ain't trade for a kicker. Like, what the fuck? Yo, kicker missed all type of fucking field goals. The Arizona game. If you'd have made that extra point, we would have been about 9 points and up two possession. But his fuck ass missed that fucking field goal. So now we only have about one possession. And that put more strain on the defense. I don't care nobody say. Minnesota need to go find themselves a fucking kicker, dog. Cause dog is not it. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I'm gonna drop more content on a regular about the NFL. And I'm gonna give you a preview of Minnesota at Washington. Thank you. Let's get it.